Good hello, this is Bud Good, and I must inform you that Over the Edge will not be heard tonight. Over the Edge has donated its time so that we can cover the SubGenius Executive Retreat from direct from Sulphur Palms, and that's where I am now, right near the gate to Sulphur Palms. I see all the SubGenius out there waiting to get in, and my co-host tonight will be Puzzling Evidence, founder and co-operator of the SubGenius Church.
Hello.
Not the founder. Is the founder here tonight?
I'm the only one who claims that I was not the founder.
Is Mr. Stang here tonight?
Reverend Ivan Stang is here tonight, and so is Philo Drummond, the overman.
Good.
Bishop Joey, the Church of Saints.
Good. All the executives are present, it seems, and of course the theme for this year is the next 100 years.
What will the next 100 years hold for the church?
That's
We'll
just what I
find
was
out.
going to ask you, Puzzling.
We have to find out from the people that are attending the conference tonight, the super secret conference.
Super secret.
This one-night retreat.
Start talking. Get in there and start working. We don't pay you for... Get in there and work.
Now, let them in. Here they come.
It looks like Ivan Stang, and there's Bishop Joey.
Bishop Joey, our first executive.
I can't find my... I have my ticket reservation, but I don't think I have my the code number. But can I get my badge anyway? Is it okay? Can I?
Yeah, here's your
your
laminate.
Yeah,
Lets you get in backstage.
thanks. Okay. Do you have to buy the lanyard too? Are you paying for the lanyard?
This highly technical evening here where we have all of these. Oh, there we are. I see. I couldn't see where I was. My space helmet was all fogged up.
And I wonder if I have permission to hand out some flyers for my church.
It's going to be perhaps a little bit of a trying evening, folks. We have to go through the entire process of imbibing the church, as you will, and take it and drink the whole church. We go through the business aspect. I see Ivan Stang over there on the other side of the field, and Lies.
I thought they all were trying to get in here. Where
Gary
are
McGraw
all
fan.
the SubGenius?
There's
And
a
the new bass
schedule.
player for the
The
band.
schedules weren't printed out there at the table in the lobby,
Philo,
and
is
we're
here.
kind of
Al is
wandering
here.
around, confused about where to
We don't
go.
have some of their mics up, but we have remote ambience mics located all over Sulphur
Joe
Palms
Mama over
tonight.
there.
Low ambience mics.
We can tune into and see what's going on wherever they happen to be.
I think Ivan Stang doesn't like the little umbrellas in his drink.
Could you tell me where the buffet is? I'd like to start out with a buffet.
It's behind that big tent right there.
Oh, thank you. Okay, good.
It's a business meeting.
Oh, there's Mr. Stang.
Yeah, they're hidden away over there, see? I'm trying to figure out which little space helmet has a vibrator on it. Oh, look, there's the queen of UFOs.
I
She's
like
buzzing
to ask,
around the outside of the ship.
I'd like to ask Mr. Stang a question. As the founder of the SubGenius Church,
What? No, he's not the founder.
I'm with UMN. This is Bud Good. I'm with UMN, Puzzling Evidence here. Yes. So, as the founder of the SubGenius Church, after all these years, trial and tribulation, murder,
Cool, man, be
divorce, I don't
cool.
know
No-
what's
no
been going
pictures.
on, but how do you feel? In other words, in all these years, you've learned nothing. I understand. That was a compliment. I too have learned nothing.
When I go like this, that means band get ready. When I go like this, band get ready. When I go like this, it means shut up. Okay? When I go like this, get ready again, then quiet. Okay? So there's
Do that all night.
two signals. Get ready and shut up. No noise. Get ready to make noise. No noise.
Whatever for.
I was just repeating what I was told.
That's his brother. Polish dogs. Winsida. It doesn't work at all. Now, we've already got an 8484425. It might be Michael Peppe, who was invited to come with us, traipsing through this field at midnight here. We're out looking at the moon, the dew between our toes, waiting for the business report.
How many?
What's that wet stuff on your shoe?
Executives do we have here tonight? Is it a full forum?
It really is amazing. Onan is here. Tommy Palmer is here.
Dr. Howe is not here. No, he's not.
Come on, man, the whole thing is falling apart. It's like it's trying to start, but without you,
It's waiting for me.
there's like a key component missing. And they're fumbling around there for funny. And when they fumble for funny, it's not funny. So hurry.
Well, I wish you radio listeners could see this hilarious reproduction death mask of Dr. Howe.
Bad we don't have any cases to go with that mask.
Oh, he'll appear later in the show, I'm sure. There are hours and noodles and hours of shows tonight.
They are puzzling. Look, I have my own mic. So actually, you can use this one, and somebody else can use that one.
I'm a little worried about the
I have
next
my
5
friend
minutes.
Remote.
Years. Just keep the football near you, Mr. President.
They are. I see the Christmas trees are lighting up like a phone. No, I don't see anything. Which one is that guy? Are they going to turn on the lights or what? Is that guy?
So, typical college radio,
What's happening?
Sulfur Pond.
Can I be the first caller?
No.
What, you mean-
Go ahead. So I'd like to talk to Gary DeBrose.
Yes, he is.
You put him on right now?
Is he cool? Is this cool?
Well, I'm going to sleep. This show is terrible. What time does the band start?
No, he's here. Go ahead, speak to him.
Yeah, the drums aren't even out of the box.
Forget it.
But you know who we have? Ivan Stang, the queen of UFOs, lies.
Hang on.
Philo Drummond. Okay, I'm sorry.
Hello.
We got one answer.
Oh, is this a personal message?
Oh, geez, we have to stop the show
We
for this guy.
we can't really deal with personal messages on the air. This is full-time entertainment here. Yeah, no, that's okay. What were you gonna send me? Is there any sound on this vinyl? Oh, good.
Okay, how are you?
No. Well, what's that one? I forget. Yeah, email me through the website. I'll tell you where to send it. Thank you. I appreciate all contributions.
See, the church just takes everything and it folds it inside themselves. Now, caller, you're listening and talking to the amazing lowerarchy of the SubGenius Church, started over 2 decades ago in a spooky town of Dallas. And in
Dollars,
fact-
taxes.
Executive hierarchy.
And it's a little known. Right. Yeah, it is confusing. It's a church.
Oh,
It's
Dr.
a
Drummond.
religion. But Dennis Hopper was the teeny one. I feel like I'm descending down the rabbit hole of business.
Perhaps.
At some point, we really need the.
Somewhere in the business. What?
Hey, where's the drummer
It is.
on this show?
Oh, the drummer's
As
in
you
the
said, at
box.
some point.
Well,
Drums in a box.
I can see we're going to have some problems getting to the panel. People
I think this
just
is the
don't
panel.
want to be that organized.
I'm still looking for the buffet.
Yes, go ahead. What's your question? Will they, what? Will they get to the doorbell? What do you mean by that?
Is the buffet in here? Is there a buffet in here? Where's the buffet?
Just follow your nose.
Maybe you give us half a chance, we will get to your doorbell.
Where's the stuffed Michael Peppe?
Michael Peppe kicks in.
Have been
And
there
the
with
little voice
children.
goes. Which is messy. He's way in the background. You gotta get by a mic there. Philo Drummond is he's over by the stage.
Is there any mics
no
here
one-
that work?
Yes, make that whole other room.
This mic. But as we've asked for
Yes.
is this church involved in nothing but inside joke squeals and funny sounds?
I second that.
I third it.
For 20 years it has done exactly that. Praise God!
Yeah, right. Praise Bob.
Let's go back to the old church, folks.
Yeah, praise Bob.
Praise Jarlo.
Let's go back to the old church in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, the old church, the Wotan church.
I brought some Wotan. Yeah, you want to show us?
You won't even believe how loud it is.
Yeah. Well, this is actually the next 100 years.
Well, I negotiate with my guitar.
Yeah, crap,
Looking for the buffet still. You got your lens cap on, sucker.
With the description of how far down
No
the
wonder
church is
the
going,
pictures
how far
look
up
so
it's gonna
bad.
go.
Is that a fisheye?
Yeah. Actually, it's just a wide angle.
Here, naked on the air.
Well, I thought that was the press. All those guys with the cameras, those are the other doctors?
They press hard.
The new doctors? I don't know who any of these guys are. I guess I've been holed up in that. I've been holed up in that ivory tower in Dobbstown for so long. I don't know who any of these do. Hey, does Acid Burnout Man ever call this show? He calls the Cleveland show a lot.
I can hear the doctors, some of the doctors are in there
Cleveland.
skinning the cats.
City of
Oh, that's what you kids call it now.
Skinning the cats, they're taking the bones out of them now. It's really a horrible thing, but that's the only way they can get their instruments tuned.
All living beings must eat.
Well, it's not for food. It's not. They don't even eat them. They just use the cat gut to tune their instruments with.
Breathe, breathe, feed, breed, feed, breathe and feed.
Oh, look, Philo's giving a speech.
Cats use birds to tune their instruments with.
What about the next 100 years? What's going to happen?
I'm just concerned about where do I get the coffee in the next 5 minutes, and where are the hookers that were supposed to be at this convention? And what kind of way? And I need a different room.
Well, the hooker bus broke
What
down
hookers? What are you talking about, hookers?
outside of Bohemian Grove.
The room you guys put us in is roach-ridden.
Hello.
Is that G. Gordon Gordon?
I'm gonna take the skull down there with me, and
It's David Meyer.
I'm amused by I can't hardly play it, but it's amusing things that it can do.
Outreach has apparently completely bottomed out. The burger god concept.
Entertainment will be entertainment.
Well, I hope so.
boy.
Only the day, the real day, day one. What?
They've been around a long time.
The pills were here.
I hear Satan trying to call. I hear my walls talking to me.
I don't hear the jam.
The walls
over
are
there.
prophesying.
The band went home.
There are jammers over there.
There's a prophet howling lonely and
One of
alone.
those guys. Street preachers are called. Yep.
I thought it was-
Down the hill,
oh, I hear 'em.
where they got streets.
Get yourself inoculated now. Get
He's practicing for his barker job outside the strip joints. Get your inoculation now!
If we had more write-offs, we wouldn't have these profits to deal with.
Well, you know, actually, we rarely have any of those profits to deal with. We have plenty of write-offs. There has been a great rise in write-offs.
You know what happened to Lagoon?
Oh, no. Dr. Lagoon, he just, he went on the internet. So it's sort of like disappearing.
Where'd you get that?
What?
What? Wait! What?
Until you get the credit card expiration date, as well as the credit card number. The internet at that moment becomes real.
I'm going to have to reformat my site before I can even eat again.
Yeah, well, then here's
Neither let us be slandered from our duty. Well, I told Huey I'd send him the snacks because he hasn't eaten in weeks.
Help Pope Huey?
Yeah.
He told you he hadn't eaten in weeks?
He says he hasn't eaten.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
By the menaces of destruction to the government.
Yeah, that's right. He needs help. You should send him some more food and help.
I'll send him some help.
Sure, help.
Yeah,
Right. Help, yeah, sure.
That's him hitting up right now.
84425. When David Meyer calls, change 5
Did you guys really tell David Meyer to call?
Talk through this.
Yeah, that's great.
Watch the volume for feedback. Hello. Come on. Test. No, maybe you can't.
Need batteries?
Test. It was working.
That was working good.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even need to get anywhere near a mic.
Back in the day, everything was not anti-alias. It's only in the last 10 years that anything was anti-alias at all, and yet people don't even see the change. It happened so gradually that we think everything was always smooth on the edges. But in our grandfather's day, everything had that stair-step edge to it.
I remember when I used to have to cut all the photographs up into tiny little squares to make them look pixelated.
Right. Remember how your grandpa used to look with the tiny jagged lines around
Yeah,
the
it took
edge?
hours to cut those pictures.
I'm not talking about the pictures, I mean grandpa.
Well, Grandpa,
He himself had
Rough edges.
those blocky squares defining him.
I thought those were cigar ashes.
I thought that was a sweater. I thought that was kind of like a sweater thing he had going.
Because the baby grows up to be an old man and he dies.
Well, see, that's
Did
what I'm
your
saying. You
grandpa
guys
shave
can't
his
even,
butt?
you didn't even detect when they started anti-alien.
You're imagining things.
La 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 la. We're not listening to you, Phineas Narco. If you're going to talk about the background all the time, what about the foreground? Yeah, we're just going to make fun of you the entire night, and then say stereo.
I am a tape.
I know.
I'm actually a 10-second delay tape.
Cool.
Yeah. Is there any way I can call back and hear you live over the phone?
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's any way you could be live over the air. That would be... What? What?
Someone tucked me into my capsule. I must sleep. I must survive. No.
You rang.
That was terrible. I would say. I need a fix because I'm going down.
I need a...
We got another camera now. This is a different camera?
No, this
That's
is
the same camera?
It's the same exact camera.
Okay.
It just keeps getting shifted around.
It gets moved around. All right. Okay. So this is still. It's good that we are still. But if you saw this, you know, it's like, you know, what? Okay. I mean, who does anyone watch that? We're gonna have people
Hours
watching.
and hours and hours.
And all this.
Yeah.
You know, we're stars.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! Ah!
Yeah. Oh,
None of that came through the
Childish.
microphone.
Oh, childish.
Well, you never know when he might pick up or when he doesn't pick up.
Laughter and
Wait a minute, folks. All right, I was going to say.
That's the internet, and that's what it's all about. Vicious backbiting and infighting by people who never see each other in real life because all the time.
One of the saddest things about being not Udarius, I don't get hate mail from Nenslow.
Well, yeah, Nenslow is very mean to me. He's very rude.
Well, that's his way of showing love, Phineas. That's the way, you know, when Nenslow hits you, that means he likes you. When Nenslow basically unloads his bowels onto you, that's just his way of expressing admiration.
Look how good it made Paul feel.
Yeah, I mean, you know, can you name anyone that Nenslow is not cruel to? Of course, we're speaking of a ghost that most of the listeners wouldn't recognize. Great Nenslow.
Baby, don't all the tears I cry, all the tears I cry, baby, please. Don't go. On your dial.
410-848-445. Call now.
.10. KPFA. KPFA. Give us sex.
Give us sex.
That's good. That's good.
Perfect.
Now paparazzi still surrounding the radio station. It's the only way for the radio DJs to feel important, is to point as many cameras as they can at their own selves, and as many microphones, to play back as many tapes of themselves talking at once as possible.
I think the paparazzi are here taking our photographs.
The paparazzi? Somebody say poppers?
Papa Nazi.
Papa Nazi.
Oh, Papa Joe.
Papa Nazi. Papa Joe Nazi.
He caused as much. That guy has. No, Papa Joe Nazi caused us a lot of controversy. I won't say trouble. He cost Friday Jones about $7,000.
Did he would he wear a Nazi outfit and do something? What?
Well, you know the old phrase, I saw a swastika on your website, you must be Nazis.
Right.
I'm sure you've heard it. Everyone with a website has. Well, and everybody with a website is a Nazi.
Well,
That's
I hope so.
a certain type of Nazi.
So he got dinged for having a Nazi on
No,
a
he just sort
swastika?
of continuously causes some idiots to misunderstand, and that's the way we keep the riffraff out of our illustrious cult religion.
What $7,000 did he get? He just stole $7,000.
Oh, that's just a rough figure. No, he didn't steal it. He just his publicity stunt involved at Columbine High School backfired on us slightly.
On you?
Not on me personally. There was a show scheduled in Boston, and the great Irreverend Friday Jones had spent her life savings, her family's money, flying SubGenius preachers in. Not you, Gary.
Of course.
But almost everyone else had been flown in. We were instructed not to inform you about this big event, and but it's just as well, because we never got to do anything. The Columbine Research Squad, in response to Papa Joe Mama's call to NPR and connecting our church to an ongoing murder investigation.
This was 4 days after Columbine. He told me and warned the world about the SubGenius.
Wasn't there some band out in this part of the country that did some joke about a murder and got all kinds of PR because of it, and it was all a lie?
Yeah, there was.
But it proved how stupid everything was, and cost everybody a lot of money.
I heard about that.
A headache that lasted all year.
People like that out here.
My parents made me buy their record. My parents took me, when they heard about that rumor, they took me down to the record store and they made me buy that record.
I don't want to play that record that's going to make me kill you.
It was a terrible scene. That's how I met Gary.
I know.
Gary?
I was walking the other way on the street. I saw this all this.
Gary, you've got to learn to be like other children. Now play that record that's going to make you kill us.
We're ready now. Play the record.
But I don't like Black Sabbath or Negativland, Mom.
Gary's got some moment and a matching bathing suit with his mom and pop.
That's
standing
true.
by the pool.
There was a tiny suit too. But we had a 12-foot spike wall around our mud pit, so we had a lot of privacy.
You cannot come into this fight pit unless you are
Jewish, you know.
I met Gary's mom. She's only about 7 inches tall.
Yeah.
You know. Well, you know, Weird Al used to carry around in her pocket for song ideas.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
For a SubGenius show with Weird Al and.
Right, she was seen on the arm of Weird Al, who wouldn't talk to anybody but the Mrs. Gebrogfriend.
Yes, as a translator is what's happening.
But he was like an Eddie Haskell. Oh, that's a lovely dress you're wearing, Mrs. Gebrogfriend. Huh? Oh, Nina Hagen!
Nina Hagen invited me to her house to take acid.
You left full top picking us up.
We have a couple of members of the
Yes, Nina Hagen was holding weekly UFO church services at her house, and I believe that Professor Mothersbaugh took Janer Sterno and Mark Hostler there, where Mark Mothersbaugh proceeded to embarrass everyone by chanting that which must not be chanted on any radio station or in any earshot of anybody at any time.
Well, that one time we were up at his house with the Fairchild was
the same sort of
the same
exhibition. In a house in which I opened a refrigerator, it was entirely full of energy drinks.
Well, it's not usually
nothing
these
else. This guy's my friend. But then he put big speakers in his windows because the Go-Go's are down the hill.
I thought it was Stevie Nicks.
Oh, well.
No, it was the
Oh, the story changes. See, yeah.
And,
Right.
And,
Remember Sammy Jenkins,
I
huh?
remember the Go-Go's because I just recently found out.
You remember
why
Sammy Jenkins. I remember
they were
Leonard
so
Shelby.
Weird. The night that Devo played at the Boohey, the Go-Go's opened. But as I remember,
You know
it was
Devo?
so terrible that we booed them off the stage. It turns out that they actually were the Go-Go's with the old drummer. Because the old drummer then proceeded to work.
The Old Drummers, that was a great band.
They were terrible. And later I found out...
The Old Drummers were a great band.
The old drummers.
Oh, you mean the Go-Go's? Yeah. The Old Drummers were good.
The old drummers are a great band.
Yeah.
But the old drummers are good.
But then there's the Old Drummond. He's bad. He's not good by any stretch of the word.
We say the Old Drummond is beat.
Yes, he's like a drum, and he is being beat by...
Thin skin.
Carry Drummond down to the beach. You put in the fires and light him up.
Show almost over.
Yes, this is Philo Drummond's Viking funeral.
Philo the Indian boy.
But Philo Drummond gets this enormous Viking ship, and all of his tapes and CDs are piled on top.
Oh, but I get thrown in the water by the red-headed babes, the cruel, whip-bearing, bespiked, toothed, vaginaed redheads.
All pushing and shoving
and not letting me out. Trying to count the balls.
And there in the middle of all this shit was Michael Peppe, also trying to help carry Ivan Stang to the water. A weird display of loyalty to the church.
We all displayed our loyalty to Bob.
Yeah, look at mine.
Whether we were wearing a nice warm coat or motor oil and pink feathers. We displayed our love of... The smart people went to sleep.
I showed Bob my loyalty, but he asked me to cover it back up.
But anyway, the whole thing was we were saying the same unmentionable, terrible things as I drove, because I helped clean up the ancient...
Have you noticed he goes into these trances?
Is this that same old story about the giant bob heads?
Actually, then and then driving up toward Mother's house and he hears...
Moba, yes.
Real loud. Things like, I just...
He sounded like Guy Duel.
Doing a SubGenius
Of course, Girl Duel.
Doctors for Bob and everything real in my life. I got the blues. 'Cause that damn pickup gun run over my wife. Doctors for Bob. Never in my life.
They want to be cherished. They want to be cared for. You cherish that woman, you care for that woman, and I'll tell you what, she will blossom like a rose. She will become everything you've ever wanted her to be. You see, the man is told...
My old man's got cancer, so what do you think about that? He's got cancer of his asshole, he's got cancer of his head.
To be the lover. He's to love his wife sacrificially, to give and give and give
And he's a
and
Pisces.
give and give and give and give. To love his wife sacrificially, to give and give and give and give.
Hey, I've got to go to the hospital.
He's told to be the lover.
I wish that was all.
To love his wife
I'm going to take Marty to the hospital, guys. I'll be back.
Marty was screaming, I'm going to deliver before we make it to the hospital. Stop joking around. This is serious.
To give and give and give and give and give.
He's saying, somebody, please give me less frop. Less frop.
Suddenly, out of his butt, shot a human baby. An infant. Sandy's little brown brother had arrived. The son of Sphinx.
They want to be cared for. You cherish that woman, you care for that woman, and I'll tell you what, she will blossom like a rose. She will become everything you've ever wanted her to be. You see, the man is told in this biblical game, they want to be cared for. Your glass right here, well, no.
Yes.
Because if you care...
Yeah, in fact, they've done it
Let's
twice.
go to the hospital.
Yeah, but we did it, actually, if you think about it, we did it first, but they did it again right.
Hold on for a minute. We'll go to the hospital in a second.
Okay.
You got a show right now. Did you know that the Boston Strangler used to chase Michael Peppe around the park?
That's true.
When he was a kid in
I was
Boston?
surprised, he strangled everyone but me, and I was freaked out.
What happened to the caller? Did the caller
And
leave?
also, Michael Peppe did a sex show
Did the guest caller leave?
as a teenager to make money and didn't know that you weren't supposed to actually do sex.
This now can be said, my parents are...
Which I thought was intriguing.
So, yeah.
No, you do the sex.
Yes,
For every show, you have to do the sex.
It was very cheap.
And how much money did you make? And this was like,
Be there 11 hours a day, and you got like $100 or something. It wasn't... This is 78 in New York.
1978?
Sorry, 70... I'm sorry, 76. Yeah, 76, 75, 76. And,
You know, $100 back then, make it cheer.
well, we had to hang out at donut shops and listen to Maniacs Jazz and Ranch. This is when I went insane. Hang out at donut shops.
Only worth about 3 cents 100 years ago.
People writing down what you say.
Now, didn't Pee Wee Herman also do that for a living at one point?
Yeah, he kind of came down this way. That's right. Yeah.
Hey man, you remember the good old days? You know, good back like the fall
That's Carol Spingstrom.
Yeah, I remember those good old days.
Good old days.
Yeah, we used to call it. We need to go to the hospital.
They think never going to be like they used to be.
He just called.
Ronnie of America. He's America's Ronnie.
No, that'd be part of the same. You need to go to the hospital. I don't know, you need to go to the hospital.
You can do it with software, man.
You need to go to the hospital.
You can even make Michael Pepe show with software. Now, when you listen on the internet,
As a joke, she was holding a cigar. As a joke, holding a
So, are you listening on the internet?
This has actually killed 19 cops. Well, 19 people, about, 14 of them cops.
The only person who listens to the show that has to go to work.
Only,
I'm working right now, man. This is hard work. I'm all sweaty and
Stop working.
I'm all sweaty right now from working so hard. And I
you
know
got a truck for Charles?
Bishop Joyce. He's over there holding that camera and eating, and it's a lot of hard work he's doing.
Stop.
It's tough holding that thing you're eating.
Yeah, those were great days when the show was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, the show was great then, but when it was good.
Yeah.
All over the country to listen to the show when it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't expect that anymore. This is a wholly different age now.
Yeah.
These are not the 70s.
Yeah, they do
Well,
that.
it's another century.
They call that show speed.
Next 100 years.
Next 100 years.
This
Church
is
and
the
SubGenius.
Executive SubGenius Retreat here on KPFA in Berkeley.
Shot sounds.
Yes, they go-
Bullets, when they hit you, they tickle you. They tickle the culprit to death.
It's going to be a wonderful future.
This is random nonsense. Church reform, the next 100 years. Take it.
Okay, church reform. We're okay.
Church,
What are we
okay.
going to do for the next
All right, what do you-
100
yeah,
years?
I mean, how are you
we
gonna-
keep people down on the farm once they've been to gay paree?
Gay. Well,
How do you
gay.
do that?
Yeah, gay is the underlying word here. I'm sure.
But how do you keep them busy?
How do you keep them gay when they're down on the farm?
How do you keep them on the farm when
That's
they're
right.
gay?
That's right. Well, how can you improve upon a church that has done so much for so little?
For so few.
Look at the numbers.
Never have so few
I mean, the
profit
output.
from so
Just
many
output.
by so
Yeah.
much hard work.
Price per dollar invested.
Such little effort.
Right now, I mean, it's like if there was an atom bomb to go off right now. Not that there should be.
Yeah. if Al Qaeda comes and nukes the bastion of free speech,
or FBI,
we're all screwed.
That's right.
The church is screwed.
CIA.
If the bastion of free speech gets nuked right now by Al Qaeda,
this is
there's
the Vatican.
3 or 4 major religions
Of alternative religion, right? This is the
down.
Vatican of alternative religion right now, as we see it. That's right.
And they're going down if Al Qaeda gets their way. If the pipe
Sideways.
stops smoking, you may as well.
Stupid. 4 cents. You owe me 4 cents. I own the rights to the word stupid.
Down.
Every time you use the word,
down.
you owe me 4 cents. 4 cents. You owe me residuals. All right. Because stupid. I own the rights to the word stupid. I got trademark rights on that. So I get, every time anybody uses it in print or verbally, I get 4 cents. So,
so whatever happened to the callers?
It's on the honor system.
Our guest caller, she was around here screaming earlier.
I think she's in the bathroom now, screaming.
Screaming in the bathroom?
I think so. She's going in the bathroom.
So,
all right.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. You gonna frisk her? I ain't frisking her.
Well,
if you don't work, you gotta fix it.
She has Tourette's.
Oh yeah? Oh, that's what it is. Oh.
Really?
Oh, cool. Uh-huh. Oh, you quit, huh, Gary? You fucking wimp. You surf wimp. You
I'm declaring early victory.
And moving out.
Adjourn early and just, well, what if we, what do we tell, like, Seth, Seth or, other subgenii, the guy in Japan, the crazy guy in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
They're saying, what do we tell people like that weren't here, what we've decided?
Resurrect the dead air.
Resurrect the dead
Air. That's right. And only you,
the dead heir to the throne of the heir to the throne of Bob.
Somewhere on Friday morning. Radio playing in the background.
Well, that's another thing.
You can stop it.
What if Bob dies again?
848-4425. You can stop this madness now.
What do you think?
Stop
I
now.
mean, he's been shot before. He could be shot again.
That's right.
That's right.
He's armed and humorous, ladies and gentlemen.
But I think we got to come down one point or another on Bob. He has. Right. Well, those are the people that are going to show up. I assume we'll hear some kind of a doorbell or something that.
Now, we've heard about the Connie, but what about the sex Connie?
The sex Connie, well.
As opposed to the regular Connie.
See, the sex Connie is what every subgenius man deserves and, needs to have. And some of our great subgenii in the past have said that the sex Connie is almost like an embodiment of Slack.
Right. Well,
And
I always thought the sex Connie was a myth, a metaphor.
that's what was thought before, but now they're coming to realize that the sex Connie may have actually been a prehistoric ancestor of modern Connie, of the modern Connie. A kind of a sexually voracious, beautiful, forever a beautiful, sort of a Blondie-esque a creature that lived some 11,000 years ago.
I would take it that she would be the prototype of
Yeah.
so-called shell people, as opposed
That
to the
could be.
bronze people
Ah.
of the past.
Yes.
The human race was originally divided into blondes,
Ah.
the shell people and brunettes.
Yes.
More savage, brutal, rocky.
Well, that's it then.
The Hammer film, 1 million years BC.
Yes.
Depicted the early human culture.
That's right.
And in those days, it was the reverse. The blondes were the slaves.
Yes.
And sacrificed to the sun god. And the dark Caucasians. These
Well,
were
of course,
Caucasians.
that's why it was such a bitter struggle trying to decide whether the lead actress, played by Raquel Welch, should be blonde or brunette.
Right, since she was naturally a brunette.
Yeah, and of course, being a great, I think, Mexican goddess, they kept with the Latino flavor and made the right decision.
By making her bleach blonde. She was on my dorm room at the University of Dobbstown when I on my dorm room closet door. My roommate put her there, but I had her there.
Well, I kissed Connie Dobbs, but you know.
You kissed Connie?
I kissed Connie Dobbs, right below the knee.
And not was she
blonde 60s TV star Sheena,
Queen of the Jungle.
The Jungle, Sheena?
Queen of the Jungle.
Sheena the Jungle Queen, who not only was a 6-foot, gorgeous, blonde, blue-eyed babe, but was a brilliant painter, or a painter, I don't know if she's brilliant, but she was a painter who could make a living selling her paintings.
Wow.
And that's what she did after she retired from the Sheena the Jungle line.
How many of her paintings do you actually own in your museum now?
By her, I have more works of her that have been painted by the great folk.
You know, speaking of famous paintings, there's a framed portrait of Bob in the Vreedy's bathroom that purports to be drawn by the murderer John Wayne Gacy.
Oh yes.
I personally think that one is a fraud. I don't think that's an original Gacy Dobbs head. Oh, good. Well, because he tried to claim it to me. And he claims that Gacy did multiple Dobbs heads, as well as multiple young victims. But my understanding is that the one true Gacy drawn Dobbs head is in Japan at it was auctioned for millions of dollars. You know, a Dobbs head drawn by a famous serial killer.
Wow. Which, a Japanese one? Or just a Gacy?
John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy, the clown-faced murderer of children.
Yeah. When the clowns, well, that's just a...
He would draw pictures. You know, he was an artist, and he, from prison, made money by selling his art. And you could commission art. Somebody sent him a Dobbs head and had him draw one. And that later, you know, since he had been a horrible man and a killer of innocents, his art was worth a lot more than, say, that of Gary Gabrogfran here, a hard-working, skilled artist. He's only killed 3 or 4 children, and they weren't even human children,
Little
really.
Paul cried too.
Huh?
Little Paul cried when I killed him.
Yeah. It was legal then.
I stole his talent too.
That's really horrible. Mutated like pieces of yours?
38, 39, 40. Okay, we're all in line now.
Oh, I'm so tired.
We're going to march to.
Oh, will I ever go?
Oh, is it that march thing again? Okay, what did we do? Where did we march to last year? We marched up to the Temple of the Pipe last year, right? Or was that 2000? And we marched to the execution chamber last year. See, do you want to march to the tennis courts this year? He's not even listening. None of them are listening. Thank God the listeners aren't listening.
The listeners.
Stupid.
Are you tired? I gotta drive to Sac.
You gotta drive back?
She didn't have to go crash at the Oakland house.
I realize it.
You gotta do that. I think I can make it.
Well, what about figure skating? Is that a sport?
Yeah, it's a sport. Sure, you don't see anybody
Figure skating is not just a way to display a tightly covered on your crease. The crease is a real important part of figure skating. I think that's half of the score.
Right, and so which bugs me, which is the lame plot. The fact that there is no women's wrestling league worth speaking of. And there's all these men wrestlers, and you know, I don't know what happened to all the great attempts at women's wrestling league. It went,
but did you see when Sexual Chocolate in May got it on and produced a baby, and she was like 84?
Oh no!
That's good. That's good plot. He's hiding out.
You mean,
well, let's stop that. What do you think about it?
I don't know. When you were on the show, that's right. Well, okay. But, you know, Smith, remember in the 70s? She was like 6'2", 80. She was, and this was before American Gladiators, which also died out. What happened to American Gladiators?
They killed each other off. They died. That was such a.
She was
yeah. Or there, and they some of them, you know, there were a lot of accidents on camera. Yeah, they all died off. The American Gladiators. That's what happens to real gladiators. We're not still on the air. There's no way that this is being broadcast on the air. You guys are like just giving away all the real secrets.
31 minutes to go. 31 minutes to go. They're going for the stretch.
Yeah, wasn't there a script?
Yes, would you like to hear it?
Okay, how's it start?
First hour, introduction to Gate, SubGenius panel, the next 100 years. I think we covered that pretty well. I think if anyone was listening during the first hour, they certainly know what the next 100 years has in store, or if the store is closed, what to do. Second hour, awards dinner.
We handed out a few awards.
The next,
full, man. I'm stuffed from that day.
Yeah.
The next 100 years awards, those were all handed out, right?
Yeah, I got my award.
I announced some awards.
Well, no, there were only 2 awards given, Philo and Wellman.
I didn't give any, but I announced some.
Oh, you didn't get an award. Tough shit, huh? Okay.
Now, the third hour, as you remember. The third hour, as you remember, was the musical jam.
Yeah, we had the musical jam.
Yeah, that was the band whose name that we
Dare not print on a silkscreen on a t-shirt.
Give me a break. It's because nobody can remember the band's name.
Fourth hour?
They always say they dare not.
Church reform.
I think it's pretty much reformed, but don't you?
We've changed our underwear.
As we know, our people have.
The fifth hour, which is the one we're in. The fifth hour is the one we're in right now. Open mic.
Open mic.
Yeah, make the motion.
Open mics, well, I quit.
No more rigid programming, no more
structure. That's going to be like a SubGenius.
Oh, Sean, what a relief.
Finally, we're off the book.
Talk about anything you like, that's right.
All right, well, I can talk about my hemorrhoids.
Bobby Oki, everyone just step up to the mic. I'm praying for them.
Now that we've thrown away the script.
I thought the corruption at the top part was swept under the rug, but apart from that, top's moving apart, very useful.
That did go by very quickly.
I need some frapping.
Boy, wouldn't that help? Wouldn't that help? They say it does. Do you got any? Where's the pipes?
You saw it. Thank you. Thank you.
I saw the limo I was in.
We know how he
The limo
spends it.
all
Now we
arrived
want to
in.
know. There he is now.
Yeah.
But
Now we
it's not-
want to
it's
know.
not-
Looking for food.
It's not how much money
You know,
we get. It's
scoffing.
how we spend it that counts.
That's right.
That's the important thing. It's not how much pandering we do, how much begging and pleading and stealing and cajoling that we do to get all the money that we
For
got.
crimes and
But
getting
it's
paid.
how we spend it that's the important thing, and we take great pains to spend it on the things that we enjoy the most.
Yeah, the cameras.
Well, actually, I haven't been to. I guess it's called
Because we know that's what you would
Toys and
want
Babeland.
from us, your
That's for
hierarchy.
girls, I think.
Where's puzzling evidence anyway?
I think
Puzzling
once
evidence
again,
is,
the man that shot Bob
taking a
was
break
himself
right
shot.
now.
I don't think
I know you're like, Bud needs to
Well,
head
that's
to
what
the
they say, but
bathroom.
I don't
still.
believe it.
Like a
Let me
potty
tell
break
you.
or something.
At 4:30 in the morning. KPFA 484.
Away. Let's see,
We
from
tried.
the AWOL, man.
We tried to
Puzzling
put a
evidence is
surveillance.
AWOL.
We put a tag on him.
He is a wall.
Keep an eye open for it.
He's a
That's right.
wall of.
Just like talking
What
to
does
a
it mean,
wall.
It's
absent
like yeah.
without official
Oh,
leave
no.
or something like that? Is that
The
what
whole
it is?
station is gone without power.
That's right, absent without official leave.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Whew.
You just unplugged the station, man.
I'm sorry,
Don't
man.
ever do that again.
Oh fuck. The whole.
Don't
what happened?
ever do
Is
that
Northern
again.
California blacked out?
Northern California is
It's all-
blocking the power surge when you plug the station.
Folks,
back in.
if you don't have any lights in your building anymore,
Don't say folks, we're
just.
off the air.
Oh.
Yeah, now's the
Now there are
time.
no
to
folks anymore.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
We've outlasted them
scared them
all.
all off.
That's
We went
right.
off
We've
early, okay.
taken those callers
This last 30 minutes is just for us.
just for us.
I see.
Continue the,
No
Secret
callers
show.
dare
We
call
scared
up.
all the callers away.
848-442.
We
It's
scared
the
the
secret
audience
show.
away.
They don't dare show up.
It's not just a
What we're
secret
doing
show. We're the
now-
What
only
we could do to
listeners.
them is what we've
There's
done to
no
each other
listeners.
here for the
the
past
entire
No
proceeding.
one
4.5
in
hours.
Berkeley or anywhere else.
The rest of the retreat
They
next
said it
week.
couldn't be done. They
Wait,
said
we
it shouldn't
should
be
have
done.
taped
Oh, look, there is a
early
listener.
part of the
There's
show
one
as
caller.
well.
4 o'clock when
How will we know what was decided?
off the air.
Bud, there's a caller
We don't know what was decided.
on line 1.
You'll
We've
be
got to
hearing
tape
this
every hour of it.
next
Don't
week.
forget.
I need a tape for my
Yeah.
people to look
We're going to
at.
continue covering this retreat no matter what the police say,
Okay.
no matter what they do.
No matter how big the barricade or the fire gets.
Thank you.
They can shut us off the air, but
Hey.
they're not going to get us out of self-reliance.
That's right. And
I'm
they're not
sorry
going
we
to get me to
forgot
put my
that. We
pants
couldn't
on.
answer that call as you came in a minute ago, caller, because
You know, I
we were in the
don't care.
middle of our
I don't
routine.
care. They're not. I'm leaving them off until we get a caller that shows some kind of compassion
One listener like that there.
for
Then after the 5-hour show, we
people that are off their
feel
meds.
so bad. They're in
Okay,
such
it's all
good
yours.
shape.
Wait,
Wrap
so
it
there's
up.
no one on the show? Oh my God!
Wrap it up.
Wait.
They're in such sad.
Then what
sad
happens until
shape.
5 o'clock?
Wrap it up.
Oh, he's taking it down.
All right, let's go. Let's
taking
go
it
in
down
a
the
truck.
whole
Get your stuff packed up.
Move it out.
All right, okay.
Bring the caller in.
All right, and then we're gonna have.
Slack spreading. Because, friends, slack isn't slack just like your manure. It's always well, it's not always coming out of you, you'd be in trouble. But it comes out fairly regularly. And you can spread that manure of slack across first your own yard and your own life, and then after you've started your own growth, self-replicating, the snowball rolling and growing, so to speak, then you can spread your slack and smear it upon the windows and the curb, the mailboxes of others. Sling your slack over their treetops. Paper their houses. Paper your neighbor's houses with slack, friend. Only you can do it.
$5. $11.
It's the ghost of the show that's talking itself.
Super. Hear about that
You know,
guy that won the Darwin Award?
a preacher can go on and on, but it's lost, you know.
$14 bills. What would it look like?
For the next 7 minutes, that you just,
MLK what?
you're probably going to get bombarded with commercials,
That kind of
even in
thing
that
to really
small
draw
amount of
the
time. If
look
you're
like a
surfing the FM dial. that kind of thing, to really jar the audience.
Yeah, something that caused me to forget my own internal
initiated a madman
server error.
tried to secret nuke.
The problem's not with the show, the problem's with the human race. If you people had 8 or 9 ears, you wouldn't have any trouble following 8 or 9 conversations at
Well,
once.
that's true, but the problem's